Hey, all you out there in podcast land. Welcome to another episode of Old Man Yell at Cloud. I am your host, Jim Schultz. Yes, it is my week, and I am joined, as always, with Mr. Patrick S. Berry.
It's Jim Week.
And Christopher Brown.
I do think Todd was trying to kill me earlier tonight.
Had some stinky pork.
I don't know what it was, but Todd Bose, friend of the podcast, former guest, very recent former guest, took me to a known quantity, less than stellar barbecue establishment in Providence.
Yeah, Michael Caine was there. You'll notice he's not on the show tonight because he's dead.
Me stomach's not too good.
Yeah, good thing they had three of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we still have a couple Michael Caines in reserve.
Thank goodness.
But
Thank goodness we made copies.
But yeah, if I'm a little snippy tonight, apologies in advance. It's just because my tummy's a little grumbly.
You can't be upset. You're going to the happiest place in the world tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Being on a plane. Shit. To Florida.
My name's Florida.
Every time I go on a fucking plane, like, I either get constipated or fart-stipated. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's something about the pressure of the plane.
It must
Yeah,
be.
it dehydrates you too, and I'm sure that doesn't help matters.
That must be it. Yeah, because I always, like, I get that fucking feeling in my stomach, but I can't fucking get it out until, like, I literally get off the plane and I just rip a huge fart.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I got to stop hitting the wire.
Yeah.
I thought you were. I don't want to get blue here, but I thought you were going to say that you get off the plane and like you have diarrhea.
No, I not quite. That's later on.
Okay.
I wait until I get to my host's house.
Do you know roughly what the timeline is like?
What between off the plane
between
and
plane
when
exit and bowel evacuation?
and my first bowel? I don't know. I've gone as long as 24 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I've gone a week before.
Oof.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was like first time at
I'm
girlfriend's
special.
parents' house or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Back
yeah.
before Gina and I were married, so I was nervous to destroy the
You
bathroom.
get like the fucking Harry from Dumb and Dumber incident where the toilet doesn't flush.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We are starting this off
yeah.
on the
Before
rival
my-
side.
Before
Emily's
what's
already
the
pissed,
doo-doo.
and we're not even in 4 minutes into the episode yet.
Talking about doo-doo. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what we do. McDonald's and poop.
Real
We haven't
shit.
talked about McDonald's in a long time.
I don't think. I mean, I haven't gone in a while because I feel like my body is just it's rejecting me.
I had some Tuesday night.
Yeah, because Patrick's the one who usually brings it up.
Well, he used to live across the street from one. He's got to work a little bit more to get to this one now.
So that was not the problem. The problem wasn't that he lived close to a McDonald's. The problem is that he regularly went to McDonald's and then happened to live near one.
Yeah.
So it was more convenient for him, yeah, but it was not changing his habits.
Do you
This is
feel
all
like
true.
Do you feel like you put more weight on living at on Maple Street there than you did anywhere else?
I actually, yes, probably about 10 pounds. But it's stayed about the same since moving to the one in Air because it's a bit further away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean,
only going there
that's-
once a week.
But with McDonald's and everything, that's just McWeight. It'll go away soon.
Mick weight.
Yeah, it's not real fat. It's just like, I don't know, it's just fluff.
It's just plastic.
And that's where we get
Just
marshmallow fluff.
condensed plastic. All right. Anyways, in this episode, we're gonna get fucking brew. On this episode, fucking bro, we're gonna get brew. We're gonna do 2016 Magma by the French metal band Gojira, and today my guest is going to be somebody who gets to be related to me, my cousin Matt Young.
How are we?
How are we? Oeo?
Oh, yeah.
I hate that story. Yeah, lucky you, related to Jim.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're both drummers. We got that drummer blood.
Now,
Right on.
when is the most recent time that you boys enjoyed a bath together?
No, I'm significantly older than him.
My question stands.
Like I've known him since he was shitting his pants. So
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have also been shitting your pants too.
that is true.
I mean, and that doesn't have
We did
anything
it-
to do with age.
It was a camaraderie thing. We both shit our pants together.
You got that
was-
famous Schultz colon.
Yeah, it was kind of like the incident in the field trip in Billy Madison, except like to a notch higher, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Mr. Matt, how are you familiar with Gojira? Tell us a little bit.
Very familiar. I've followed them since probably 2013.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with their early albums, and I think they're pretty great. I think they progressed a lot, and this album will certainly showcase that.
I think so.
When did their first record come out? It was like
2001.
2001. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 2016. So yeah, all right. I'll hop right into it here.
History. Story time.
Story time. Magma is the 6th studio album from French metal band Gojira. The album was released on the 17th of June 2016 through Roadrunner Records. The album was recorded at the band's studio in New York City and was produced by Joe, I want to say Duplantier.
Duplantier.
That makes
Basque
sense.
Boys.
Oh yeah, we were going to talk about that too, but we'll do that after.
New York City.
And it was mixed by Johan Mayer and mastered by Ten Jensen. The album sold almost 17,000 copies in its first week of release in the United States, charting at number 24 on the Billboard 200, making Magma the band's highest sales and chart debut to date. The album has been noted as a stylistic departure from the band's previous albums, featuring a more accessible, atmospheric sound and a more prominent use of clean vocals. The album was nominated for Best Rock Album, and the single Silvera was nominated for Best Metal Performance at the 59th Annual Grammy Awards. And just a side note about this, so they recorded this all in their own studio in, I believe it's Queens.
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
And I guess during the recording of the album, the brothers of the band, the Duplantier brothers' mother had passed away, and I think a lot of the lyrical content in this album actually has to do with that.
Yeah, aren't they also famous for they sing a lot about environmentalism and like saving the whales and shit?
I know. I always knew them as the Whale Band, because what's the album that has the flying whale on the cover? Something like Sirius, I think. Is it Sirius?
I don't know. I think
Ocean
that's like
Planet, maybe.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
I think if you're gonna get like angry and metal and pissed off about anything, like I think that's a pretty good place to direct it to.
Free Willy.
Oh, From Mars to Sirius.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They did the music for Free Willy. They rescored it.
Yeah, well, along with Michael Jackson.
Hold me. Hold me. Hold me.
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson did do the theme song for Free Willy, didn't he?
He did.
What was that song?
Only
I think it was called. Wasn't it Hold Me?
It wasn't called Hold Me. That was just like the hook in the song.
We've talked about this on an episode before.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah, we have. I think it was on the Michael Jackson episode.
So I know that I said this last time, but I need to reiterate. I need to pay more attention to you guys when we record these.
You just kind of zone out and let Patrick and I ramble about nonsense.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine Christopher driving down the highway, listening to the episode by himself, just being like, Jesus Christ, you fucking morons.
It just tunes out whenever I open my mouth because I don't know.
I'm sorry?
He hates me.
So tell us some trivia about what was it, Basque?
The Basque. So I mean the Basque people live on like
Mars.
No, like
No
on
one
the
lives
French.
there.
That's why the whale is on Mars in this album.
So it's like southwest France and northeast Spain, like on that border, and they're from the city of Bayonne, or it's not a city. It had it was a
Prefecture?
a sub-prefecture and commune in the Basque
So they were naked all the time.
Basque country. Yeah,
I mean, there's no other assumption you can make from what he just said.
I associate commune with nudity.
Cool. So what about like Russia?
What about it?
Like historically, do you think that they were a naked people for the decades leading to the fall of the USSR?
They could be. I don't know enough about Russia.
the whole time. Yeah, during War and Peace and fucking the 1917 revolution and Chernobyl and the fall of USSR and
balls out the whole time.
yeah. They don't talk about that.
Bumblebee tuna.
That was part of the problem with Chernobyl. It wouldn't have been as bad if people were wearing clothes.
Yeah, it's true.
Burnt the hair right off their ball sacks.
There's your title.
Ooh, that's a really pretty picture of a horse or a couple of horses in Basque country.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, seems nice.
My fun fact that I relayed to you guys earlier, but I'll reiterate here.
Yes.
Is that up until 2015, it was legal in Northwest Iceland to murder a Basque. If you found a Basque person,
Yeah.
it was on the books. It was legal to kill them.
I'm pretty sure that has to do with like some ancient spat of the Vikings and the Basque people over like the cod industry in Newfoundland.
It was specifically over whale. Like a bunch of
really?
a bunch of Basque whalers got shipwrecked there in like the 600s,
yeah.
and they weren't treated very kindly upon crashing into the island.
How appropriate, considering when this episode airs, we will be in Iceland.
Looking for Basques.
We're going Basque hunting.
Hey, I didn't say we're hunting. We're just looking.
We're just looking.
Looking.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Yeah, it's like going on a whale watch. Like you can't hunt whales, but you do watch them. Going
You
on a
do.
Basque watch.
They are the tastiest ethnic group from what I've heard in Western Europe.
Did you hear that from some cannibalistic friends?
Yeah, or I think it was some of the Romansk people trying to convince me to not eat them. By no, we're stringy. Don't go near us.
We are a stringy people.
We're stringy people. we live on the mountains, you see, and eat thistle.
Thistle. All right, let's do the thing. Let's talk about our favorite track, and we'll start with Patrick.
Really? All right.
Why are you always so surprised when I start with you?
I don't know. It's just a fun way to say really.
Yeah.
My favorite is Prey.
Prey.
I thought it had a pretty sick pockety groove to it. That like layered harmonized shit that happens at the beginning. It's doing this like chugga chugga riff, but then they start like layering harmonies over it. I thought that was like pretty cool effect. Just like very tribal and overall like strongly written, and there's like some good shit happening. It's a good balance of his more melodic slash screaming vocals too. It's not like too much of one or the other. So I got a lot of
Still
good drama
fucking brutal.
too. Yeah,
I like how it has the kind of like the lo-fi intro that builds up a little bit at the beginning there, and then kind of slams in with that double bass.
Yeah, it's good
nutsness.
shit. Yeah.
All right, Christopher.
I'm gonna go with Magma. It was obviously like the epic of the album. Didn't feel too long. It did what it did, and like it felt like every second of it felt like it had to be there. And I loved that lead guitar that was going on in the verse. It's kind of a motif running throughout the entire thing. But yeah, that was a fun little line. But yeah, no, I really dug this, and the vocal switching over to be less screamy and that clean sort of monotone sort of thing he was doing at the end was really cool.
Yeah, the bridge.
Yeah.
That's the most epic part of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, the monotone kind of vocals that he does is like reminds me of like Ozzy Osbourne or something. It's like very Sabbathy. I had notes for that song that were like pretty much exactly what you said, Christopher, about it. Like, didn't feel like a wasted second despite the like 6+ minute length.
He says he just want to fly away, always higher. So he really wants to be that whale that's flying to Mars.
Or he wants to be Lenny Kravitz.
Yes.
One of these two.
He wants to be a whale named Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's the dream, isn't it, though?
Lenny Kravitz, no!
Oh man, I'm just thought it'd be amazing. So when the New England Aquarium does the whale watch, I guess they have names for all the whales. Imagine if they were all just like rock star names. Like, oh, there's Lenny Kravitz.
There's Phil Collins. Todd Rundgren, the whale.
All right, that was stupid. All right.
Thank you.
Matt, what was your favorite track?
I'm going to have to side with Pat. Prey is definitely my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
starts out strong. The triple bass drum, with a drum background, it definitely piques my interest. The tribal vibe to it, the lyrics, the just through and through heaviness to it. And the outro is phenomenal. When it throws the offbeat triplet variation to it, it definitely kicks you in the teeth, and it's just a badass song.
It's very hypnotic too. That intro, good shit.
All right, least favorite song.
Did you give your favorite?
Oh, that's right.
You're a person too.
I felt like I was a blackjack player for a second, but I realized then that analogy doesn't work because the blackjack dealer is also playing blackjack. So I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Shift's over, buddy.
My favorite track... my favorite track is Lowlands. It was a toss up because I really love the first song, Shooting Star, but Lowlands is the one that really, like, when I listened to this album, it really grabbed me. I love it's a very kind of ethereal song, with the vocal texture and the guitar texture. It had it had the most flavor out of all the songs. I could taste a little bit of paprika and a little bit of
yeah, the groove in general in that song.
Yeah, no, the hi-hat
nice.
groove is really what did it for me, and he switches over to the snare for part of it too. And actually, so I think the outro of this song is epic as fuck too. And I don't know what he's actually saying, but it sounds like he's saying "Animal Dough in the Sky." And I thought that was funny.
I think it's
nobody else did.
Real good choice for the first opening song of the album.
All right, now we can do least favorite song.
All right, my least favorite was "The Cell." Like a bit too bro metal for my taste, and nothing really grabbed me about that one.
That one was like that was the double bass onslaught song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Only Pain. That's because it didn't register to me as a separate song from Lowlands, which I did like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it didn't actually like. I missed it. I guess is probably the best way of putting it. I missed.
You're too busy looking at Heathcliff comics.
Don't fucking blame Heathcliff.
Blame the nephew of the creator for completely taking it in that weird ass absurdist direction.
But seriously,
hashtag garbage ape monster.
Yeah, but seriously, do yourself a favor and look at some recent Heathcliff comics. It's fucking wild.
It's a real treat. Yeah.
Matt, least favorite song. I know this is gonna be hard.
I would honestly say Magma.
Yeah?
I really don't like it too much. I pain through that song until I get to the bridge.
Yeah. The bridge really saves
I
that
really
song.
love the bridge. I'll listen to that song solely for the bridge, and then the rest of it I'm just not honestly a fan of.
Yeah, honestly, the that kind of weird whammy guitar lead line kind of throws me off with this one. Like, it's kind of cool in the beginning, but then when it's kind of carrying on to the song, I'm like, I'm kind of over this. But yeah, that bridge part when it slams in is awesome. I'm gonna side with Mr. Chris for this. Only Pain was my least favorite.
All illusions are lost. The problem is you becoming so cold. Just want it to be good. Just want it to be gold. Just want it to be.
I just felt it was kind of it was the most generic one, and it just didn't have the kind of flair that the rest of them, I guess, would that had. Like each one of these songs had like a specific part on in it that was kind of like hey, like look at this cool, interesting thing that just happened that kind of spices things up. And this one was like, you know, it was a slice of cheese pizza.
Cool.
MVP, Patrick.
MVP moment. So I'm gonna go with the like sort of weird harmonic ascending thing happening in the title track. That like guitar harmonic line. It just seemed it was kind of out of place, but I felt like it was a bit dangerous for them to throw that in the songs. It's like this weird like major minor 7 quality to it that is a bit different from their like more heavy metal timbre, I guess. But yeah, something about that stuck out to me, and I thought it was like kind of cool and grungy, and it was one of the like moments that stuck out the most to me. I think that like gave me an idea of like how deep they were going in terms of influences on this record.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that whole intro groove with the whammy bit from Prey.
Okay.
That was just fucking cool.
Very cool, yeah.
It was that was just the part of this that made me happiest to listen to.
All right.
I don't know why I said that like I was a simpleton. But yeah, that's
It made me feel good in my tummy.
no, it did. No, nothing's making my tummy feel good right now. Thanks, Todd.
Hey, Todd. Thanks.
You hurt my tummy,
Yeah, just not to harp on it, but just the fact that he was like, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't that good this time, although it was better than the last time. And yeah, just all right. We're moving on.
No, it's fine. We can talk about it.
I got my. We just. I got my. I went to visit. You went to visit Todd, and your stomach got destroyed. I go to visit Todd, and my side view mirror gets ripped off of my truck. Damn it, Todd!
We gotta just stay the hell
just
out
kidding.
of Providence.
We love
That's
you,
what
Todd.
it boils down to.
You just got to come here instead of Providence.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm dying to know because when we were listening, you said you already had your MVP picked out. So I think I know what it is, but I want to hear it from your mouth.
My MVP is definitely the outro to Prey.
Okay. I think that's what I thought it was. Yes, it is. Yep.
Like I said, I love that song as a whole, and you know, with the drum background, the triplet going throughout, and then you think the song might be over, and then they come back in with it with an offset triplet beat, and it just comes back from the same fade they start with, and then they build it back up again.
Yeah, a lot of good use of dynamics in that song, and there's some like cool mid-pass filter shit that happens towards the end there, and then some slammage back in.
Yeah, this album gets 5 slam stars from me.
some SBI, some serious SBIs, slam back in units.
Slam back in units.
Yep.
You measure that in Scovilles, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just like peppers.
Yeah. My MVP is going to be, I mentioned when we were talking about my my favorite track, it was a toss-up between the first track, Shooting Star, and Lowlands, but my MVP is actually going to be from Shooting Star. That fucking guitar riff. At the beat, I could not think of a better way to kick off this album than with that fucking guitar riff. That riff is why I messaged you guys and I want to make a sludge album. It was that riff. I actually sent it to Christopher. I was like, I want to do something like this.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that riff just kicks. It really whips the llama's ass.
That's just an
From all
open note, right?
What's that?
That's just an open note.
You have to ask these guys. You and I both just hit things. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think it's an open string shit. I think
I only speculate.
It gives it like utility and dumb, but at the same time awesome.
Yeah. All right. Are we on to comparable album?
Sure are.
That'd be you, Patrick.
Have you forgotten the order?
No, I just I didn't really think of one.
Ooh,
I got one. I usually do. I was having trouble just because I've been like I haven't listened to a ton of metal recently, so I don't really know how to contextualize it. I went with 2016's Nonagon Infinity by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Okay.
Which was this was like a bit more of their like psych metal tinged albums. It's like less psych rock and more a bit more metal and a bit more pep to it. But something about the timbre of the vocalist in that band reminded me of the guy in this band when he does the like clean vocal shit. And yeah, just like this came out the same year. That counts, right? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
The points don't matter, and neither did any of this, after all.
Yeah. Christopher, do you have something a little more
substantial?
Yeah, for me, it kept reminding me a little bit of Panopticon by ISIS, the band, not the group.
Yeah.
And
not the terrorist group.
Yes, that is what I meant by that.
We are going to do an ISIS record at some point.
Apparently, they got back together for a reunion show and called themselves Celestial.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, apparently ISIS is not their name if they are to get together and do anything anymore. But yeah, that was the record it made me think of, and no particular reason. It's just I think it's cut from the same cloth a bit, and yeah, that was an album I heard a fair amount back when I was in college.
All right, Matt, you got an album for us?
I really don't.
Oh no, you got to pick something, anything.
It's the year before, and I pair them with Lamb of God, but they're really not similar. So, the Gojira is way more psychedelic than Lamb of God is, but they pull some similarities. But
Russell similar Jimmys, as they say.
Yes.
All right, my comparable album is going to be Archetype. Fear Factory 2004. I actually picked up that album on a whim and fell in love with it. And there were a lot of parts on this album, specifically some of the kind of unison double-bass guitar stuff that really reminded me of that album. More specifically in Prey, that song could be a fucking Fear Factory
Actually,
song.
yeah, that groove was very, very Fear Factory-esque.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Shall we rate it?
Let's rate it.
Let's throw it on the old rate and griddle.
All right.
Let it sizzle.
Jesus.
Yeah, whatever. We could literally put anything out there. We were talking about that before the show.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact
Nothing
that
is regulated.
Promise a Music podcast. I mean, we've talked somewhat about music today, but we were also talking about bowel movements when we first started for too long.
I would say that we talk about music 30% of
We
the
should just
time.
we need to get a fucking bell for every time we talk about something having to do with shit. It's like ding, ding, ding.
So this was I listened to the first half of this record earlier today. I didn't get a chance to listen to the rest of it, but so I guess I've listened to this record 1.5 times now. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I was veering a bit on 6 at first, but I appreciated it a little more this time around. I was able to kind of see what they were about a little more and get into their eccentricities a little more.
Yeah, it took me because I had actually seen Gojira live a few times, just opening. I think I saw them open for Opeth one time actually, and I can't remember the other time. It might have been just at a
Mastodon
festival. Yeah, was it Mastodon?
Yep.
Yeah, they've opened for Mastodon too, and I was like, this is cool, but like I wasn't paying enough attention to really appreciate what was going on.
I think what sets them apart from other metal bands is a bit more subtle. It doesn't really you can't really see it right away, but like once you get a feel for the lyrics, they are like they do kind of have their own thing, with what they're singing about. They're not just like mad at their dad or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I got it a little more the second time around, and I actually. This was my first time hearing the second half of the record, and I think I actually preferred the second side, like Magma Moving On. I liked all those tracks quite a bit.
It's got a strong
All the way
second
through.
half for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, minus the first track, which I fucking love the riff.
Yeah. No, the first side was fine too.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a soft 8.
Soft 8.
Yeah, I was debating between 7 and 8, and I'm bumping it up because this is something that I can genuinely. Let me try taking that again. We'll use take 2. That is something where I can genuinely see myself going back to it and listening to it again and like trying to get more out of it.
Yeah.
And this is an album I'm definitely going to listen to again. Unlike a lot of the ones where I've said before, I'm polite to you guys and say like, oh yeah, this wasn't that bad, and then I never listen to it again, like that King Gizzard one. No, this is something I'm definitely going to listen to again. I enjoyed it. I expect I'll enjoy it more in the future.
It's definitely a grower because I mean I had listened to it the first time. I can't even remember why I put it on. I think my friend Ryan, who was on for the Clutch episode, I think he had recommended it, and I threw it on, and I had heard that riff in the first song, and I was like, this fucking kicks ass. And then kind of, I was working or whatever, and I might have zoned out and not paid attention to the rest of it and not listened to it for a good amount of time, and then spun it a few more times. And as every time I spun it, I just fell more and more in love with it.
Yeah.
Matt,
Yes,
let's rate it.
rating it.
Rate it up.
I'd give it right about a 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a overall very good album. I think it's very comparable to that last album, which is La FN Sauvage, and
Very French.
very French.
L'enfant sauvage, wild child.
Yes. Overall, kick-ass album, good follow-up, through and through. They got their duds, but still a lot of their songs kick ass, and it's got a lot of depth, and I've been listening to it for 3 straight years, and I'm going to keep listening to it.
Yeah, it's crazy to think it's 3 years old because I remember when it first came out.
Oh God, it has been 3 years since
Yeah.
2016. That's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Coming up on 4 years.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 9. This is probably I'd say it's probably in my top 5 metal albums. I've definitely moved away from metal in my elderly years, and
sorry.
but I still do appreciate a good amount of it. Like I love Opeth. I think I had Ghost Reveries at like a 9.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I seem to
Sounds
remember
about
that.
right.
But
Yeah.
that's in my top 5. This is in my top 5. Mastodon, which one? Fucking, I think Blood Mountain's in my top 5. Yeah. So I know I love it. I love how balanced it is. I love, it's said in the synopsis of the album they kind of took a more clean vocal direction with this one, and you can hear how they layered things and kind of, I don't know. It's a beautiful piece of
Some
art.
good Ted Jensen mastering on it.
Oh yeah, and another thing. When I track drums, that's fucking what I want them to sound like. If I was to do a
could hear
heavy,
that, yeah.
if I record a heavy album, that's what I want my fucking kick and my snare drum to sound like.
Yeah, just sits right in there, clicks and snaps and slams and booms.
Slam, slam, slam.
I feel like a lot of metal albums have been headed towards clean vocals these days.
Yeah, I mean, look at Opeth. They're like completely clean now.
Completely.
I don't think I've listened to.
I'm not a big fan, honestly.
I mean,
but-
you can't. I can't imagine that substantial, like just screaming all the fucking time. Like you gotta give your voice a rest. After
yeah,
a while.
I mean that's what Mike Lagerfeld said. He said, "I'm done screaming. Like I just can't do it anymore."
Also, like you get older. Like I swear to God, but I'm getting softer in my older years. I'm like listening. I don't know. I fucking love Bruce Springsteen now. I was joking about it before I turned 35, and then like I did a discography time, and I like. Sure enough, I was singing along to Darkness at the Edge of Town, crying, bawling my eyes out to Jungle Land.
It makes me so happy that is exactly what happened. Like, you made a joke when you turned 35, like, oh, yeah, I guess I have to listen to Bruce Springsteen now. And you did, and then you liked it.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Isn't that a wholesome story?
I guess as wholesome as you can get coming from a person like you.
I do have problems.
My friend Mike, who was on for the Can episode, texted me the other day. He goes, I'm only listening to jazz now. Exclusively jazz. I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
But, what else? We rated it.
Oh, yeah. What did we have for an aggregate score?
7.75.
Okay.
It's a strong
Better than last
7.
week.
It's a strong 7. It's a hard 7.
It's a hard 7, yeah.
Yeah. Good shit. So you got an Alternative Nation article for us?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
What happened with Brett Buchanan?
There
Is
was
he
a
out of
good one the
jail?
other day. I didn't look at it, though.
While I find one, Jim, do you want to explain what's going on here?
Okay, so basically there's a bastard out on the internet. His name's Brett Buchanan, and he writes this little publication called Alternative Nation. Don't go to it. We've all said that fucking to you all before. Don't give him the money. Let Christopher do it. He's also called one of our friends a retard. Fuck him. So basically, Matt, because you don't know how this works, Christopher is going to read us this clickbait article title, and we're all going to try to guess what the article is actually about, because it usually is nothing to do with the title of the article.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is god awful.
You find one?
Brian Johnson makes terrible AC/DC cancer revelation. I'll repeat it. Brian Johnson makes terrible AC/DC cancer revelation.
I mean, doesn't he have throat cancer?
It has nothing to do with that.
All right. Wait. So
Are we
the rules
doing 10
we
questions?
do round robin, or we do 10 questions?
What do you want to do? 10 questions or round robin
fuck.
guess?
Let's let the guest decide. What do you want to do?
I have no idea, so probably 10 questions.
10
All right, so
questions?
10 questions, yes or no. I gave you a freebie there.
Okay.
It doesn't have to do with throat cancer. So you have 10 yes or no questions.
Is the source Instagram.com?
No.
Is it a social media platform at all, or is it a reputable source?
Yes or no questions, Jim.
Fuck! I mean, technically it was.
Yes.
God damn it.
So, yeah, Brian Johnston makes terrible cancer revelation.
Brian Johnson makes terrible AC/DC cancer revelation.
Yeah.
Does it actually involve Brian Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. Does it involve Brad Vilk?
No.
Is this a Zodiac reference, or are we talking about real ass cancer?
Yes or no question.
Oh, shit, sorry. Is this a Zodiac reference?
No.
So AC/DC cancer, so does someone else in the band have cancer?
No.
Does it have to do with Malcolm Young?
No.
Shit. Matt, what do you think? You got anything?
I got nothing.
Yeah, this is a toughie.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
All right, so Brian Johnson made terrible AC/DC cancer revelation. He's talking about how his recent cancer diagnosis might affect their release of a future AC/DC record.
No.
It's just poorly worded.
He
this
came out
article
and
title.
basically said that this was it. Like, it was over.
This is it!
It's fucking Dr.
My throat
Roxo.
hurts!
My throat.
Somebody give me a lozenge!
You got 2 more.
Jesus, we do?
2 more.
Wow.
Does it actually have to do with his throat?
No.
Damn.
God.
Shit. Man, I don't. All right.
Doesn't
Brian
it-
Johnston makes terrible AC/DC cancer revelation.
I got this. This is going to figure it out right here. Does it involve somebody outside of AC/DC?
No.
Okay.
There's your 10.
Wow. Yeah, I'm throwing in the towel. This is a tough one to unravel.
We
That was it. We asked our 10 questions.
no guesses?
No, I am thinking. All right, so we should have asked, is it close to what the actual fucking title is?
That would be a very good question to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, because the only thing I can think of is he did come out and he basically said, yeah, like, I've got throat cancer and
And I told you twice that is not what it is about.
oh, I asked that twice.
Yes.
Oh, I suck.
Well, I gave you a freebie at the beginning.
Right,
That was the first thing you
AC/DC,
asked.
so AC/DC cancer, that is what's tripping me up. Like,
Don't let it trip you up. It's Alternative Nation.
It's Brett Buchanan.
is there any significance to the phrase AC/DC cancer?
I mean, he's in the band.
so
Phil
we already
Rudd.
asked we already decided that it's not someone else.
We should have just went through every member then. Is it about Phil Rudd?
Well,
is it about
Phil Rudd's in jail for fucking conspiracy to murder someone.
Really?
Yeah, he's fucking been in prison for a while now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All I knew
he's
about
not in
him.
that band anymore.
All I knew about him was he was the human metronome.
Yeah, well, now he's the fucking human metronome behind bars.
At least when he hits his can against the jail bars for attention, he's doing it in time.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll read it.
Oh God, we didn't even try this time.
This one was stupid. I want to hear it.
AC/DC frontman Brian Johnson admitted to making a bad remark about cancer when told he was having bad hearing issues that led to his 2016 departure from AC/DC. Johnson made the comments in an interview with Dan Rather on The Big Interview on AXS TV. Alternative Nation transcribed Johnson's remarks. The first thing is when you are actually told that. The first thing I did was went out to the car and I looked down and just went, all right, it's not cancer. Which is a stupid, morose thing to say, but it was the only thing I could say to make myself feel better.
What a waste of
The only
time.
thing I can do to make me feel better.
So wait, did he not have throat cancer? Was he losing his hearing? Is that what it was?
I have no idea, but
I could have sworn he came out and said something. I don't remember because I remember Malcolm Young had did he have a stroke
Something happened to him.
and he couldn't remember how to play guitar anymore.
he died too, right?
Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm
Did he?
pretty sure he died.
Oh.
He was the first one to die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, besides
Bon
Bon Scott.
Scott,
But
yeah.
that was before any of us were born.
Phil Rudd might have been killed by someone in prison.
we don't know.
They beat him to
We don't
death
know where he ended up.
in
He's-
time.
Like, what kind of prison did he end up in?
Should we do another one?
No.
No?
Yeah, that one was substantial enough, I think.
Yeah, I think there's enough meat on that there taco for us to to put a pin in it.
Matt,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I'm not done talking yet.
All right, well, no, that's fine. Keep going.
I'm just going to ramble for the next fucking 15 minutes about
All right.
nothing.
All right.
And there'll just be like some soft jazz piano playing in the background.
Oh, we throw some more music in there.
Throw
All
some
right.
more music in there. Like what? What do you want to throw in?
I don't know.
Let's
It's up
listen
to
to
you.
another album. Sure, why the hell not? Let's just do that right now and then talk about that one.
Throw on one track and then we review it on the spot.
We've never done that before. Let
oh,
me open up a song.
What's going on? All right, we just got it. No, just go into your fucking hit random and whatever song comes on, we'll talk about it.
On like my iTunes?
Yeah, just fucking hit random. Apparently it's Jingle Bells.
Oh no, it's Do It All Night by Prince. Oh no, I want to do this album on this show. This album actually fucking rules. Anyway, cool. That was
Oh, let me see.
15 seconds of Do
let's-
It All Night.
Let's see what comes up for me if I hit
right.
random here. Let's see. All right. Hey Siri, play all my songs on shuffle.
Playing all songs shuffled.
It's RJD2.
Ronnie James D2.
I'm already on an acid trip.
The song is called Chicken Bone Circuit.
Big loud drums.
I'm pretty sure Amon Tobin sampled that same beat.
Yeah, it sounds like
All
a
right.
hand drum beat.
Somebody else do it now.
Michael Caine's phone. Sherry, go play random tracks. No, not that one. I don't want them to know I listen to My Chemical Romance.
Sherry, I'd like you to play a song from me iTunes at random. Sherry, can you do that for me?
Three Stooges.
Is this a Disney song?
It's a hit song from the Roaring Twenties, ain't it?
You just went to YouTube. You little rascal.
All right, Matt's turn.
All right,
You gotta hit random. You can't pick it. You gotta fucking
I'm
hit
not. All I have is playlists, so
right.
I'll just go to my biggest one. It's probably gonna suck. I'll just go ahead and tell you already.
I don't hear anything. Oh. That doesn't suck at all.
Yeah, there you go.
Love these guys.
We still haven't done Super Unknown.
I fucking love Pearl Jam.
You know what? I actually fuck. What happened? I was looking
don't
at
know.
something online and Eddie Vedder popped up and I forget what we were talking about with whatever the fuck is doing, but I ended up listening to all the 10 for the first time in like 10 years.
It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good, especially the remixed version.
Yeah, you should listen to the Brendan O'Brien redux that he does. He pulls back a ton of the reverb. I forgot how much of those songs kick ass.
Yeah.
Like Even Flow. I want to do this record at some point too.
Super Unknown, yeah, I've got it.
We did Down on the Upside already.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Should we put a pin in this motherfucker?
Yeah, we should. I gotta hit the road if I don't die from my stomach.
Oh, that's right. You got to get on an aeroplane tomorrow.
Yes. Much like Anthony Kiedis in The Boys.
I was going to say, are you going to sing that as you're on the plane?
I think that technically constitutes as assault. They could probably arrest me for that.
If you just start singing,
If I just started singing.
it's my aeroplane.
Dave Navarro's dead. Don't be disrespectful, okay? I'm going to get him mixed up with Chris Angel, who's also not dead.
He's the mind freak.
Did I tell you? So the last time I went to Florida, and this is one of the weirdest things that has ever happened to me, at least until it was explained to me. I was in my seat before the plane took off, and the flight attendant walked up to me, held out his hand, and said, "Mr. Brown."
Oh yes, you did tell.
And like he shook my hand, and I have never. That was the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me.
I loved that Teletubbies video.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Hey, you know what? I do what I can.
Yeah, because he knew your dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, father-in-law. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Good.
All right.
Anybody got anything they want to plug, Patrick?
I don't know.
We're playing a show.
Oh, we are playing a show. Smell's playing a show at...
Once?
Oh, yeah, we're doing it at once with Butterscott on December 17th. That's
Oh,
pretty exciting.
that'll-
First time I've ever played there.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. And I don't know. Every Wednesday, check out On the Town with Mikey D, because Lils and I, who we also do Jukebox Zeros, are doing some DJing there every so often, like once a month. And they just got nominated for a Boston Music Award for Best Local Radio Show. So,
MFO?
Yeah.
Hey, good on you.
Are they On the Town with Mikey D show,
Oh, okay.
which is like specifically local music
Right.
for their area. And yeah, so you can go, I don't know, wherever that place is and vote for that. It's like the first BMA that I'm like, slightly adjacent with. So I don't know, that's kind of cool. That's about it. Check out the other fucking podcasts on the Zero Science Network, like Jukebox Zeros, Discography Deep Dive, Clamshell Case Files, and the rest.
All right. Christopher?
I don't have anything I want to plug, but I just want to take advantage of the sweet room sound.
Yeah, really good for directional mics, yeah.
Yep.
Did you I know you did. Did you see my Impulse?
I did. I downloaded it.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, that was really
I
nice.
wish I had a more high-end mic to do that, but it actually worked out pretty well.
No, it was pretty good, pretty spooky.
Yeah. It was in the room with all the most of the rooms have the fucking statues in it, but
The room with all the paintings.
it's one of the big atrium rooms.
Yeah.
The one with Winged Triumph.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
A statue with wings.
What the fuck are wings? No,
Like Wings Over Paris.
did it look like the cover of a Zeppelin album?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Matt, do you have anything you want to tell the fine people of the internet?
Not at all.
Okay. You still looking for a band to play drums in?
Every day.
All right. There you go. He needs a home.
Find me a home, people.
I'm going to plug two things. One being my new blog. That is like my only creative outlet right now. It's called buildingahomestudio.wordpress.com. I'm blogging about building the new studio. I actually have to do some plumbing this weekend, which I actually enjoy doing because I like playing with the blowtorch. And hopefully I don't burn the house down.
That's so much better than anywhere else you could have gone with that.
I love pitching pipe. It's so exciting.
Laying pipe.
Yeah. The other thing, I'm still dabbling. I think it's still in the in the foundations, but I really want to do a Ren and Stimpy podcast.
Yeah.
So I think that might be happening.
I'm
still
into
trying,
it.
Still trying to figure out a name.
Yeah, I mean, there's a market. There's a hole.
There is a hole in the market. Yeah, you got to fill that hole
Yeah.
before it gets filled.
Yeah.
Fill it with boogers.
Fill it with Mr. Horse.
I'm gonna fill it with Mr. Horse and the dad character who you never see his face except
Just
for
his
his
leader.
pipe. His leader hosing in his pipe. Who else do we got? The really fat, ugly woman.
George Liquor.
George Liquor.
Wilbur Cobb.
How could you forget
God.
Wilbur Cobb?
Oh, yeah. Iconic.
The two rednecks who tried to hang them.
yeah. Oh, God. God bless Ren and Stimpy.
And God bless all of you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, all right. Matt, thanks for coming down here and dicking off with us.
Of course. Anytime.
Yeah. And that being said, this has been Old Men Yell at Cloud. And have a good night, everybody. I'm Jim.
I'm Patrick.
I'm Christopher.
Hey, Matt.
And we'll see you in... No!
I'm Patrick.
Zero Science. Now available in podcast feeds. Don't miss your chance to join three friends as they unpack movies from their childhood.
I'm just gonna watch you die.
What was this film rated again?
PG.
And decide just how traumatic they were.
That is how long they're stabbing him.
I giggled through that scene because it was so uncomfortable and weird.
In Clamshell Case Files, starring the bad boy of podcasting, Quentin.
I mean, if my dog killed another dog, I would protect him by burying that body, but I would never kill the dog myself.
Girl Friday, Bridget.
I just want to apologize to Samantha Mathis that I have been maligning her breasts for decades.
And America's sweetheart, Matt.
Where a giant toy elephant is blowing snow out of its hooter nose thingy all over the building.
You're invited to share in the magic of Clamshell Case Files. Available from the Zero Science Network, wherever you download podcasts.